Hello and welcome back to Green White Checkered. I'm Ian Roth.
And I'm Travis Drayton.
We got a lot of news coming up today, a lot of stuff to do with NASCAR as the season starts to wind down, but continues to heat up, so why don't you stick around.
Meanwhile,
first order of business today is that NASCAR is considering qualifying changes to almost what they did at Watkins Glen in Sonoma this year. That is, cars will go out in groups and will race around the track for an extended period of time, trying to run for their best lap. Kind of similar to Formula One and that kind of style. Daytona and Talladega, although, will offer a 60-minute open drafting session, so that'll be interesting to keep an eye on. It would copy. They would be exactly in groups. So the groups will actually be set by the first practice. That'll be their speeds, and then again every track that'll be at intermediates, short tracks, road courses, everything but Daytona and Talladega, where they will do a different format, which I guess will either stay the same or will change.
NASCAR is to begin mandating concussion tests. This is to start as early as 2014. This is to ensure that NASCAR can do all that's possible to keep down on the high risk of brain injuries and concussions that occur so often in our sport. This is a very important topic and a very important step to safety, which has been helped by the Gen 6 cars and safer barriers at racetracks, because we've lost so many notable auto racers to concussion injuries and brain injuries, most notably the amazing Dale Earnhardt Sr., Jason Leffler, in recent news, John Nemechek, the brother of Cup driver Joe Nemechek, and Dan Weldon, the IndyCar driver, and so many more.
NASCAR has been doing some wind tunnel tests lately, and the president of Innovation and Racing Development, Gene Steichen, I think is how you pronounce his last name, commented on NASCAR's wind tunnel test a couple days ago, and it was an effort to create a little bit better racing at the intermediate tracks, a little bit closer, a little bit tighter. And in order to reach the goal, NASCAR has actually abolished the minimum ride height rule, and they're looking to make the rear spoiler even higher than it is now.
In the video gaming world, the NASCAR 2014 game has been announced. It will be titled NASCAR 14. Some changes have been made, however. Deep Silver will now be the publisher for the game instead of Activision as it was for the past two titles. Eutechnics will still be the developer, so don't worry about that. It's set to be released in North America in early 2014. It will be 2014 regardless, but it is set to be early. NASCAR 14 announced that it is to feature a NASCAR Highlights mode, which is very similar to a recent mode that was added to the NASCAR The Game Inside Line, where you can relive NASCAR moments, famous ones. And they'll include career mode, official tracks, drivers, and teams, and also other available features such as league managing systems and online multiplayer forms. The NASCAR 2014 will be available on PS3 and Xbox 360 consoles. It is set to be released at the price of $49.99.
Chevy, once again, will be able to clinch the Manufacturers' Championship for the 11th consecutive time. 11 consecutive seasons, rather. This will be a 37th championship overall. And Chevrolet's top finisher will need to finish at Toyota's top finisher this week in Martinsville in order for them to clinch. And whoever wins this year's Manufacturers' Championship will do so as the first Gen 6 Manufacturers' Championship. And Chevy having 11 in a row, it's looking pretty close to being 12 in a row at this point.
Eric Almirola will be piloting a different number car this week at Martinsville. Almirola will be driving the number 41 Richard Petty Motorsports Ford Fusion as opposed to his usual number 43 Ford Fusion. This is an effort to signal a tribute to Maurice Petty, the brother of Richard Petty and the former engine builder for Petty Enterprises. Maurice Petty drove the number 41 car from 1960 to 1964. This is all to honor Maurice Petty's induction to the 2014 class of 2014, NASCAR Hall of Fame. He is the only Hall of Fame member and inductee to be labeled under the primary title of engine builder.